Well, good morning, adventurers.
Good morning, and welcome back to our absolutely beautiful little 8-acre slice of heaven here in the Texas Hill Country.
So if you guys have been following along on this little adventure so far, you know that we have had our work cut out for us with this property. Oh, he's crawling.
Oh, he's so big. Why? Why do they exist?
What was it? Oh.
See?
Was it yellow jackets?
I don't know.
I was walking through this brush pile over there and they friggin' swarmed me. Look at this.
You're really trying to make them angry today.
Yeah, I'm gonna slice them in half one by one. Timber! To be honest, this has been maybe the toughest, dirtiest job we've ever done in our lives. There's just been so many piles of trash strewn about the property that we found that we had to sort out. So many old structures that needed to be demolished.
But the main question was whether or not we could salvage this old ranch house. Quick update, we have actually been working on plans for this house, y'all. We have some very cool, very beautiful things in store for this, but it's taking a lot longer than we planned, and it's a lot harder to turn something like this trash heap into something pretty. So basically, we have a very long time until we can really start doing anything with this. So we are stopping working on this project and we are setting our sights on the tiny house instead. We figure it's a much more manageable project, hopefully.
Something we can actually get done.
Yeah.
Since we first saw this tiny house, we had a vision of turning it into this beautiful little cabin in the woods, maybe increasing the square footage a little bit, making an epic deck. You guys know we've talked about kind of building a tree house in the oak trees and putting a little hot tub on top of it.
Since this is a much smaller home, we were actually able to come up with, or Eric was able to come up with a sweet plan for it, y'all. I think we're gonna increase the footprint just a little bit to make it a big tiny home, or at least feel like a bigger home.
Yeah, the design we put together builds off the existing structure, but it adds a little bit of square footage so that while it's still a small space, we want it to feel pretty huge on the inside. Later on, we're gonna go in depth on the plans that we have for this tiny house, but for now, we have a ton of work to do to even get it ready to build.
So like every freaking thing on this property, the house is filled with junk. So the first order of business is to clear all that junk out and give ourselves a nice, beautiful, clean canvas to start building from.
We're just stalling now.
I know, it's gonna be so much work.
All right, well, let's get started.
It can't be as bad as the main house though, right?
We'll see.
Famous last words.
All right, let's go. Let's do it. Yo, we found our first scorpion. He's stuck in this little pan here.
So we just burn this, right?
Yeah,
We don't
burn
fry
it down and walk away.
Yeah.
Getting down to toe low.
Just procrastinating, trying not to do anything in here because I'm terrified of everything. So yeah, me and Tableau, we're having a moment.
All right, I'll leave you to it. Well, we've procrastinated as long as we possibly can. We're about to get this monstrosity all cleaned up. Whoa.
Is that what we're doing?
Well, one thing at a time, you know? Let's go! So many weird boxes and things like this, I don't even have the guts to open it. Oh, I thought that was a big spider.
Oh,
It was just some grass.
oh my god.
This is my favorite thing so far. You know, this is a 90s house when you see a Tim Allen memorabilia. sure know how to make a mess when we're cleaning something up, huh?
We had this completely clear, now it might be worse than it was when we started.
Yeah, but we're getting there.
Oh, there he is. I see him.
Tell him what you see.
There's a snake.
It's a big snake.
I mean, like, for us, it's a big snake.
It scared the hell out of me.
So we actually found a few snake skins in the tiny house, but we just assumed it was long gone like all the other creatures. No, he is here, and we've been seeing glimpses of him all day. He keeps trying to get back in there every time we leave. All right, I'm looking him up, and I think that he's a black-necked garter snake. I don't know much about snakes or anything, so and Eric actually saw him once earlier. We thought we had scared him away. We've been in there cleaning, music blasting, like
he doesn't
vacuuming.
Care.
No, he's just been under here. We've been into this trash bag all day long.
Whoa.
That's definitely what was in the toilet.
Just like that, the tiny house is more or less cleaned up. We were actually surprised. Most of the structure is in very good condition. No water damage, no holes, no nothing. Except for this spot right back here.
Yeah, y'all. It's got that brisket wood, I think, is gonna be back in there.
But I thought you loved brisket wood.
I don't know. Not when it's mixed with scorpions. Although maybe that's like a whole meal. There actually don't appear to be any leaks in the roof. So I think it's just the pipes that have been severed for I don't know how long and probably have just been pouring water into here over the years.
Yeah, no single pipe over there is connected. So if the water was on at any time, it was probably just pooling right here. We've actually been filming these videos kind of out of order. We paused on this after we cleaned it out in order to do a bunch of yard work and stuff, which was in one of our previous videos. So I'll link to that on the screen. You can go check it out. We rented this Bobcat and just destroyed everything with it, ripped all these old structures apart.
Y'all, it was so much fun. It was my first time doing any heavy machinery things. Worth it. So cool.
She's a natural at driving big things and destroying stuff.
And speaking of destroying things, should we get to it?
I'm a little intimidated, I'm not gonna lie, because once you start ripping all this stuff out, it's like, that's it, you're in the middle of it, and you don't know what you're gonna find behind these walls. No. I'm hoping that it's a pretty easy fix over here.
I don't know what, y'all, this structure, we have no idea. Somebody was in here in the late 80s, we know that, but we don't know when it was built, what they insulated it with, what the wiring's like, nothing.
Well, I've officially made you look like a badass.
Do I look like one? The thing is really heavy, and you know, honestly, I don't know that I've ever really sledgehammered anything.
Well, this is begging for a sledgehammer, so get after it, girl.
Ah! That's really easy in real life.
All right, hit it again.
Holy, okay.
Hit it again.
Again.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, gosh. Oh, for those of you wondering, the power is off here. Don't worry.
And the water and everything.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. What else do I hit?
I don't know.
Ah! I missed everything.
Now, you know, tear it out of there.
Clean it up. Is there anything in here? No.
I'm not gonna let you have all the fun. My turn.
What happened?
The top came off.
Oh no!
Well, that's what I get for using a sledgehammer I found on the property. We don't actually have one. That could have been very bad. And I didn't have any goggles on or anything. I suck at this.
Well, I'm really glad you didn't swing back any further. That would have been on my toes.
All right. The whole thing's just gonna crash down on me.
Yeah.
Ah! Whoa. I love how half the screws are Phillips and the other half are flathead, just to piss you off.
Exactly. Somebody knew. I'm not gonna have to take this off. Somebody else will. We'll put a bunch of flatheads in here.
Sounds like that person was a real flathead.
Yeah. If you put flatheads in, you're a bad person, and karma's gonna get you.
Hey, there's a time and a place for a flathead, kid. This wall paneling is some of the crappiest stuff. It just comes off like paper. This is like peeling wrapping paper, but for the worst gift you've ever received in your life. Get out of here! As usual, this is not how I saw this going. I thought we could just rip these panels off, but they are proving to be very, very stubborn. They're kind of glued down and they just fall apart. Oh, God! Let's see what's under here. Woo! Aha, that's a whole panel. All right. Peekaboo.
Hello.
Oh.
Oh.
Score. Liu Kang. Are you guys wondering yet why there's tape over the toilet? That's because the inside of that is really gross and we found a snake skin in there. That snake that you guys saw on the outside, I think you might have lived in here.
Living in the toilet. Yeah. Literally what nightmares are made of.
There's probably some funny joke about a snake in the toilet biting your ass. I'm too tired. Well, y'all, we were just driving around in the hill country and this is what happened. We got a dog now, apparently.
They were just running in the middle of the road, so we stopped to look at their number, and little Chica here just took the liberty of jumping in the front seat.
You are such a little sweetie, huh? What a little hill country dog. Luckily, they have numbers and addresses and all that good stuff, so we're gonna give them a call and see who these dogs belong to.
My name's Allison. I was just driving on 406 and came across what I believe are your dogs, Chica and Shadow.
So it turns out they had another tag that actually said their address, and the address was like a quarter mile right down the road. We're at the address now and nobody's home. I don't know why the dogs are just running around in the road, but theoretically they know they live here, so.
It was just concerning because when we drove by, they both ran into the middle of the road and made us stop our car.
Well, they ran away from us and they're at home.
Yeah.
I'm kind of sad because Chica was a pretty good dog.
I know, she was so sweet. She just got up in here like she was meant to be. We love you forever, Chica.
So I think it's time we showed y'all the grand plans that we have in store for this place.
Oh, y'all, honestly, these plans came from one singular photo that I found on Pinterest, and we just fell in love with the cool style of it, the design, everything.
So I hopped into SketchUp and this is more or less what I put together. This has basically just been kind of a sandbox to put together all the construction of the house ahead of time. Since we're kind of novice at this, as you guys know, we've only really worked on the RV and I've done a little bit of building with my dad in the past. This was a way for us to do a lot of trial and error ahead of time.
So our plan with this tiny house is to keep it very open concept so that there aren't a lot of walls, so it feels as big as possible when you walk in. We obviously have these super high ceilings. I think that's really gonna open it up, and we haven't quite put them in here, but the plan is to have a lot of windows. We want a lot of natural light, and we want you to see this beautiful landscape from every nook and cranny of the house.
Yeah, especially the bedroom, which is gonna be in this back quadrant. We haven't figured out exactly how we want the windows to be, but we want them to wrap around this whole addition. There's actually this beautiful land right behind the house, and that way when you wake up, that's gonna be the first thing you see. It's gonna be like waking up in the middle of the forest.
It's a tiny house, but one thing we definitely wanted to have was a big full bathroom with a beautiful shower, potentially a washer and dryer in there. Because I love cooking, I wanted a full kitchen, so y'all, there are gonna be appliances, ovens, all of that. So somehow we're gonna squeeze a kitchen, living room, bedroom, dining room, bathroom, laundry room.
It's gonna be a whole house in this
there.
tiny house. But yeah, that's the vision for the tiny house. Can we make this a reality? I don't know. You just have to stay tuned and see. I think we can do it. We're pretty hopeful.
I think so. Give us enough time. It might take years.
Anything's possible with enough time.
Eventually, we'll get there.
But that's all for today. Right next to the tiny house is this nasty old greenhouse. This thing has seen better days. It is completely disgusting. It's got a bunch of holes in the roof, so we're gonna get it the heck out of here. Also, the real problem is that it is right in the way of the addition that we are going to be putting onto the side of this tiny house. So, it's gotta go. I'm gonna use the Sawzall to just rip it the heck apart. I think it'll do the trick. Holy cow. This stuff is actually kind of nasty because there were some creatures nesting up there.
Yeah, any spot you see that's kind of like the stuff coming through, that's where they were chilling.
Oh yeah, these were little nests. Oh boy, that turned out to be a lot of work.
Oh my gosh, y'all.
But we were hustling pretty hard, trying to get as much done as humanly possible. But for about a day of work, I think we did a pretty dang good job. Way further than I thought we would get.
I mean, we stripped the entire inside. I'm impressed. And we got rid of the whole greenhouse.
But yeah, step one is pretty much done. Got the inside. Now we just have to make it look like that beautiful image that we showed you guys at the beginning of this video.
Yeah, can that happen? I don't know.
Oh, it's definitely gonna happen, you guys. I know you have your doubts, but I don't have a single doubt. No, we're definitely gonna do it. I'm very glad that we're starting with a more manageable project because this does seem really intimidating, but it seems doable at the same time, unlike the house over there. But man, I kind of ran out of gas there at the end. Holy cow.
We were moving one last thing and I pull it off of the truck bed and Eric goes to catch it and it just falls on the ground.
I can't lift
He
another
couldn't
thing.
lift it. So
Yeah.
I think that means today is over. We're done.
This is it.
Yeah.
All right. But yeah, step one of the tiny house renovation, done.
Yeah, now just 100,000 more steps.
Yep, one thing at a time.
Goodbye, adventurers.
We'll see you on the road.